Hi, so Sheila here for the Fight Fatigue and Fibromyalgia online summit. So the first part of my presentation is going to be titled Eating for Wellness. So what we're going to cover in this section is what kind of foods to avoid that are inflammatory, causing an inflammatory reaction in your body, and what kind of foods to add into your diet. So we're going to start with the antagonists, the really bad food that cause inflammatory response in your gut and in your body. So 80% of autoimmune disorders begin in the gut. So it would make sense then that we would go to the gut first to work on the healing process. We need to eliminate all of the toxin and inflammatory causing foods, first of all. So I'm going to go through a little list of these. So you have the usual suspects, don't you? Alcohol, caffeine, fried foods. So fried foods are bad for a few reasons. First of all, they're just too fatty. And second of all, they also contain rancid antioxidants and free radical particles, which cause inflammation in the body, wherever they land in the bloodstream when they're carried around the system. So what happens when you fry food, like fast food, for example? Well, the oil gets heated up to maybe 350, 400 degrees. You need to do all the cooking, and then it cools down again, and then it's up and down, heated, cooled, heated, cooled. So it creates all these horrible free radicals that your body can't process. They're just going to be stored in your body, triggering an autoimmune response of pain, aches, joint pain, etc. Red meat, we should be avoiding red meat as much as possible, you know. I mean, really, you're only supposed to have a portion of red meat the size of your inside palm here, and the same thickness as well. So I mean, you know, even two times a week is enough for red meat because it is hard on the body to digest. Charred meat, so avoid charring your meat because this is carcinogenic. Burnt meat, overcooked pieces of meat, this can be causing cancer in the body and inflammation also. Right, so processed foods, obviously we need to avoid those. Anything that has a list of ingredients on it that's as long as your arm, you need to avoid those kind of things and go for more natural foods instead. Plug-in air fresheners, so not exactly food, but Febreze and plug-in air fresheners. These are releasing toxic chemicals into the air. Then we breathe them in, and then our body is thinking, where the hell am I going to put that? So it tries to process it through the liver. The usual routes, liver, kidney, skin, can cause deposits to be left in your brain, making you feel a little bit confused, forgetful, and really low mood, and just feeling a build-up of toxicity in general in your body. Sugar, anything sugary, cakes, buns, biscuits, shelf life. So I mean, perishable is fine, isn't it? Perishable foods, you know where you stand with those foods. But these foods that have a long shelf life, 2, 3, 4 years of a shelf life, that's not normal, you know. When you think about it, will it stay that long inside your body also? We don't know, do we? Food of the 21st century is practically indestructible. And I'm sure in hundreds of years' time, they will have these foods in museums and you'll be able to open them and eat them and they won't have aged today because they aren't food. They are chemical, they are poison, they are plastics, they're anything but food, really. Fizzy drinks, caffeine, alcohol. Fizzy drinks, stay away from them because they are known to cause your bones to turn porous. And yeah, that's not great, is it? So avoid fizzy drinks, red meat, toxic processed foods, too much sugar in your diet. So I mean, honey, dates, medjool dates, they're all nice things, aren't they? You know, they're very natural, but this processed sugar and also processed salt. So processed salt, completely bleached, toxic, poison to your body, raising your blood pressure and making you very, very unhealthy. GMO fruit and vegetable. GMO means genetically modified organism. Genetically modified anything, you know, you got to be thinking, hang on a minute, this isn't right. Lab studies have shown that GMO foods have caused cancerous tumours in lab rats. We're mammals. What makes us think that, oh, somehow we'll be fine with GMO foods? if the lab rats are getting covered in massive tumours from eating exclusively from a GMO diet. Okay, that's enough of the bad news, okay? Let's go on to some of the good things that you can do to help your body to let go of inflammation and to cull inflammation from your body. So we have ginger and garlic. In the herbs, coriander, parsley. So flat leaf or curly leaf parsley is really good. Rosemary is fantastic as well. You've got some lemon balm and apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, of course, is really good for digestion, as long as your gut is working okay. You may want to build up to it. Dilute your apple cider vinegar in some distilled water and swig that a few times a day instead of drinking it raw until you get your health up and running a little better. So people with fibromyalgia, a lot of inflammation in the gut, I want to show you a little rub to help your gut to heal itself. So you're going to place your hands in under your rib cage here, and I'm just going to stand up a little for this. So in under the rib cage here, right at the middle, and you're going to rub either side under the rib cage on the way down like this. So basically you're following the costal border of your rib cage. You want to get right in there, give a rub. 30 seconds 3 times a day, or 30 seconds 5 times a day. Every single time a human being rubs those points, they're the neurolymphatic points for the small intestine, it creates an influx of lymphatic fluid into the small intestine. Clean and nourish, take away the toxins and reset your gut so that you're better able to absorb your minerals and vitamins. Some of the supplements that you definitely should be taking are digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes help your stomach and your small intestine to break down the food, because long-term autoimmune disorders may also cause low stomach acid. Low stomach acid, a lot of the times when you're being treated for low stomach acid, the symptoms are the same as high stomach acid. So automatically you'll be put on Nexium or acid blockers. And what's going to happen is you're going to deplete your own natural stomach acid. So digestive enzymes with a meal. So a small meal, 1. A big meal, take 2. Always take them with food, and it's always sandwich them in your meal. So take a few bites for dinner, then take your digestive enzyme, and then finish your dinner. It will give your stomach a helping hand to break down the food so that you're better able to absorb it, so that the nutrients are readily available for you to absorb and use to heal and nourish your body. Zinc, magnesium, D3. They'd be my top 4 recommendations of supplements for anyone with fibromyalgia to take. Digestive enzymes with food, zinc with food. Magnesium before bed is good for magnesium because it helps release and relieve muscle aches and pains. So before bed, and vitamin D3, I would say take that anytime during the day. That's going to improve your immune system. And of course, immune system, autoimmune disorder, makes sense, doesn't it? Some other things you could be looking into are some homemade beef broth, which is really full of good minerals. You need to remineralize your body as well. And any kind of kombucha or fermented drinks are good for your digestive system as well. So from that, if you just take these few pieces of information, digestive enzymes with meals, 1 for a small meal, 2 for a big meal. D3, zinc and magnesium. If you only stuck to those 4 supplements, you're definitely going to feel an improvement. Avoid all of the horrible chemically, not food. Add in fresh herbs, leafy green vegetables, a wide variety of veggies as well. You want to be challenging yourself to eat lots of different veg. And your rub for the small intestine is in under the rib cage. So you come into the middle here and you're going to follow your rib cage down like this. You're going to rub there. You're going to rub there 5 times a day for 30 seconds to boost your own small intestine function so that you're able to get rid of malabsorption, heal any leaky gut, feed, nourish, strengthen, repair your body. Good. So that was that's the first part. That is eating for wellness. Eating for wellness, diet and supplements. Thanks for watching that part. The next part of our presentation tonight is for lifestyle choices. So I'm just going to wait until it gets to 10 minutes and we'll start a new section then. Take a break. Whew. Here we go. On to part 2 of my systematic kinesiology presentation for the Fight, Fatigue and Fibromyalgia Online Summit. This one's really important because this is lifestyle tweaks. Lifestyle is everything we do every day, you know. Our choices determine our future. Our choices determine our levels of health and energy. For fibromyalgia, really, I have a few key points here. So the first thing is you really want to be avoiding people who don't listen to you. Avoid people who have no empathy and compassion for what you're going through. Avoid people who feel like it's a competition when you say, you know, I feel exhausted today. I'm having a flare up. And they then, out of some sense of one-upmanship, say something absolutely ridiculous like, oh yeah, I know what you mean. I was wrecked too. I didn't get much sleep last night. So they're taking a cross-section of their life and they're comparing it to your whole life, which is a complete ongoing feeling of complete exhaustion and low mood and feeling really, really low about yourself because you don't know who you are anymore. You know, most people who have developed fibromyalgia or any autoimmune disorder, they would have been burning the candle at both ends prior to feeling that decline in their health in the first place, you know. A lot of people with fibromyalgia, they're the mountain climbers, they're the business people, the career people, the driven people, the motivated, ambitious people. And boom, when they get the autoimmune disorder, whether it is caused by malabsorption in the gut, a massive shock, burning the candle at both ends, or a post-viral or viral infection that they never fully recovered from, these people would have been dynamos, flying around the place, loads of energy, and then to be reduced to just complete exhaustion is very hard on your mental health because you start to lose who you were, you start to forget who you were, and you start to dislike the person you're becoming, which is just the same you, but with way, way less energy to do the things you would have loved to do before. So that's the first thing, is avoid people. I call them negative Nellies. Avoid them. They don't listen to you. They may be gaslighting you, you know, oh, saying horrible flippant things like, are you tired again? Oh, are you not getting up? You look grand. You look fine. You want to avoid people like that. You just want positive people in your life because you're already going through enough as it is. Secondly, you're going to learn to cherish your energy. Cherish your energy. So I see this a lot of the time with clients who have fibromyalgia. We'll go through some techniques and I'll help them with their diet and resetting different organs in the body, and they will start to feel a little better. And then what, they come back a couple of weeks later saying, oh, I was going great and then I cleaned out the attic. I'm like, what do we talk about? Cherish your energy. When you have a choice of waste your energy on hoovering, empty the wardrobe, paint the back room, or hold that energy sacred inwards to heal and repair your body, it's a no-brainer what you should choose. But we are shamed and we shame ourselves and guilt ourselves into, I need to do something because I have a bit of energy today, so I'd be ashamed to waste it. That is the wrong attitude. It's wasting it to do menial tasks around the house or a bit of redecorating or a bit of decluttering. You need to shove it inwards. You need to sit with that energy that you have it's so precious. You need to sit with it. You need to sit with it. Sit there. When you feel that burst of energy coming through you, and you may not have felt it for a few weeks, don't squander it. Think, sit with it, breathe, relax. Allow that energy to course through your body, healing muscles, healing joints, healing any inflammation that's in there. So avoid selfish people, but you be selfish with your own energy. Number 3, you need to let go of the past. Let go of the past. Let go of any expectations you're still holding on to of you who was the mountain climber. You know, realistically, you're not going to be mountain climbing in the next few months up to a year while you're in recovery. So you need to park that part of yourself. That person is you, and the person that's here today is you, and the person in the next 6 months in the future, healing themselves from the inside out is you also. So don't compare this version of you to this version of you who was up Kilimanjaro and working 100-hour weeks and just living an insane life. Patience, isn't it? Patience is key. So let go of past hurts, because you're going to have heard a lot of hurtful things when you have an invisible disorder. Fibromyalgia is an invisible disorder. You're going to be judged. You're going to judge yourself. You're going to be hurt. You're going to get comments from people. You're going to be gaslighted medically, because usually when you get a diagnosis of fibromyalgia, it's after a long journey of going to this doctor, sent for tests. And a lot of the times they'll tell you, oh, your bloods came back fine, there's nothing wrong with you. And there you are on 2% battery. Can't even function. And someone has the audacity to tell you there's nothing wrong with you. Have some antidepressants, it may be in your head. Like, that's very disrespectful. And also it leaves you feeling gaslighted. Is it me? Am I losing my mind? You're not losing your mind. You've lost your immune system for a little while, and we're working together to build it up over this online summit, Fight Fatigue and Fibromyalgia. Everything you're going to hear from the 12 speakers, you're going to be able to cherry pick the pieces that resonate with you, that you feel like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to take these things on board and use them for my healing journey. So now we need to form new habits. So new habits that are better suited to the new you 6 months ahead who's on the healing journey. These things include, first of all, stop putting pressure on yourself to achieve, to deliver. Stop feeling this pressure to people please. People pleasing is a no-no. Person please, and only yourself for a while you are in recovery. People pleasing is exhausting, because afterwards we're left thinking, why did I say yes to that? I didn't even want to say yes, out of some sense of strict responsibility, or some sense of, I don't know, some sense of, well, the nice thing to do would be to oblige people and help them out when I can. But what about you? You can't pour from an empty cup. I'm sure you've heard that lots of times before. It's really true. If your energies are low, you can't be there for everybody else. You need to take time for you. Remember, sit with that precious energy and let it heal your body so that you can be there for others in the future when you're feeling up to it. Number 2, say no to smoking, say no to drinking, say no to the soaps. So, you don't want to spend your whole life Emmerdale, Coronation Street, EastEnders, Fair City. That is very, very destructive on your mental health, because all of these drama scenarios and, abuse and violence and just drama. Our brain doesn't know if this drama is on the TV, if this drama is happening to us, because we have the same reaction to drama. So if you're watching a load of drama, anxiety-fueled, either the soaps or the news at the moment is quite triggering, isn't it? So you want to avoid all those things and seek out good, wholesome, interesting documentaries, or find out what you like and do more of that. Yeah? Investigate things that you like instead of stupid soaps. Avoid the soaps. They are toxic. They are as toxic as sugar, fizzy drinks, processed foods. You heard it here first. So just remember that. Next time the soaps come on, do you want to waste the next 4 hours of your life? Or do you want to do something inspiring, uplifting? Look at something that you're actually really interested in. Okay. Let's see. Eating a wider spectrum of vegetables so that you've got your multi-choice then of vitamins, minerals, proteins, and loads of fibre. So women need 30 grams of fibre per day, and not the fibre in Weetabix. That is a marketing ploy. Fibre in freshly steamed vegetables, really good for the gut, to help your gut to heal. Remember, 80% of inflammation starts in the gut. 80% of autoimmune disorders starts in the gut. Heal the gut, heal the disorder. Energy levels are on the up, and your mood is on the up as well. Okay, I'm going to show you a little calming technique now. So this technique is the emotional stress release technique. So what you want to do is Eyebrows to hairline here, right in the middle is where you're aiming for. You're going to use 2 or 3 fingers on each hand, and you're going to hold your hand over these points. These points are called your frontal eminences, and you're just going to hold those like that. Breathe. And think about a stress. The stress of being ill, the stress of being misunderstood, any stress with family, stress at yourself for not being able to do the things you used to do before. So you're just going to hold these points. And as you hold these points, you'll notice that you're breathing really calm. So you're going to hold those points for at least a minute, but you can't hold them up to 3 minutes. If that's too tiring, you can also use your flat palm across your forehead like this. The reason these are the de-stressing points is because when you activate these points and you're holding them, you're encouraging blood flow to the frontal lobes of your brain, which are the problem solving, forward thinking, solution orientated part of your brain. So you take a problem, focus on the stress, you hold these points, that problem gets worked at. Pick off all the bits that are just attachments from other stresses in the past until you get to the real core of the problem. And this has worked for everything, for PTSD and soldiers coming back from Chad and Afghanistan or anywhere there's been war and devastation, abusive relationships, roadside accidents. Even if you're first aid on the scene, you do this, immediately calm, because remember, you can die from shock. Shock kills. Stress kills. Stress is really involved in any kind of immune system malfunctions or cancer. Stress is an instigator in all of these things. So this is a good one for you. Hold and focus on your stress and allow that stress to be dissipated by your own frontal lobes, which will be doing all the hard work for you. Okay. Cross crawl is an exercise that you can do sitting in a chair. Let me just push this back a little here. I want to show you this, and I'll move this camera down like that. Okay, so cross crawl, you're going to hand to the outside of your opposite knee, and you're also going to raise your knee. So this is called cross crawl. It's a real gentle exercise that can and does move all of your lymphatic system. And put this here, lovely. So it moves all the lymph in your body. It raises your energy levels. It sends lymphatic fluid into every single part of your body to pick up toxins and get rid of them through the lymphatic system, eliminated then in through large intestine, kidneys and liver. So cross crawl. So all you're doing is you can do it sitting in a chair or you can do it standing up. I have a video on cross crawl on my YouTube channel, Sheila O'Hanlon Kinesiology on YouTube. Put in cross crawl and that video will come up. And then you can see what it's like standing from behind or sitting in a chair. So those days when you have little to no energy, this is the best exercise you can do. Just a little bit of cross crawl. Pump. It pumps your CFS fluid as well to help clean out and nourish your brain, bring back good focus, because memory loss and confusion, brain fog, they're massive parts of autoimmune deficiency, especially fibromyalgia and ME. Like, boom, fibrobrain. You don't even remember, what's the name of this? Oh, you write with it, what's the name of it? Simple things like chair, people you were just talking to, people you've known all your life. You need to write everything down. So you're doing this for stress and cross crawl for memory and pumping the lymph and detoxing your body. You're already winning if you're doing those two things. You're doing this, bit of cross crawl, remember from before, rub under your rib cage to stimulate the small intestine healing. Now we're going to move on to the rediscovering your worth. Rediscovering your worth. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Rediscover your worth. A lot of the time with clients, they start to feel a little bit worthless, like they're not contributing, like they're letting everybody down, their kids and their family and their partners. And it's just extra stress, isn't it? It's extra stress. It's extra guilt and grief to just beat yourself with. So we need to forget all about that. When you're feeling good and when you are in perfect health, then you can beat yourself up over not getting things done. When you are in the grips of an autoimmune disorder, you don't beat yourself up. You don't give yourself any negative self-talk. This is It's totally unacceptable. It's not your fault that your body and your immune system were under pressure and are fighting this hidden inflammatory disorder. Okay, that's the first thing. It's not your fault. You didn't ask for this. It's just happened. Your job is to focus on becoming a version of yourself that each day as you improve physically, mentally, energetically, that you become more and more in love with yourself, that you give yourself a break, okay? No judgment, no beating yourself up. Build on your self-worth every day. I like to give people homework. I always start off with, I'll give them 3 compliments and then they have to write in more compliments about themselves every day. So anyone who has an autoimmune deficiency, they are patient already. So you would write in your notebook, I am patient, I am kind, I am thoughtful, I am tenacious, because you're still here, you're still doing it, you're still working on it. I am intelligent, I am informed. Most of my autoimmune clients know more about the disorder than any specialist in the land. So really, you should be giving us tips on what to do for fibromyalgia, because you guys, between you, have exhausted every single avenue. You're up to date on all the newest techniques, all of the newest medication or health tips or buzzwords. And I've also found that you have a great sense of community. People who have autoimmune disorders, they really gel together with other people who are suffering the same as them because they want to help each other. You have really deep hearts. Become a version of yourself that you can accept and love. Forget the old you. Fall in love with the you now. And the you here, 6 months to a year down the road, who is bouncing around full of energy again. Oh, okay, so that was quite a lot, but you can go back over it. Pick out the bits that are good for you. Self-love, very important. Hand over your heart chakra. Love, love, love. Full of love. Pull that love from the universe into your heart chakra. Focus on the colour green. Wear green. Say, you know what? I love myself. I love myself the way I am. I love myself the way I am at the moment. I love and accept myself in all circumstances. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. I deserve love. I deserve to be happy. I am healthy and happy and well. Hold your hand over your heart chakra. Focus on the colour green and allow that energy. Because when you're focusing on the green and you're activating your heart chakra with your hand here, right here, the swell of the breast, just down from your clavicles, hold here like this and soak in that love. And forgive yourself for not being the person you were who's flying up and down Kilimanjaro and working crazy hours. Love this person. Love this person coming. Thanks for watching. I am a systematic kinesiologist and I also teach for the Teaching Academy of Systematic Kinesiology in Ireland. If you ever want to study running courses twice a year, go to the website www.kinesiologyzone.com/training and you'll find out all the details about my upcoming spring course. But also, if you just want to chat ever, I'm on Facebook, Sheila O'Hanlon. I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. I am all over the place and I love answering questions and I'd love to help. I work with the Irish ME Society. I have run events for fibromyalgia and autoimmune disorders all over Ireland. To date, I have about maybe over 150 videos on YouTube. You should check those out, loads of health tips. And I have given face-to-face talks and presentations with hundreds and hundreds of people throughout Ireland and online. So I hope you found some nuggets of healing and help in what I've just given you. Listen, you're rock bottom now. The only way is up, isn't it? Start writing down all of your compliments to yourself. Write down all the things that you're grateful for about yourself in your life. And implement some of the little tips I've given you, you should see massive improvements. Thank you. Bye-bye.